Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Late Winner FPL show. Welcome back, 𝗕𝗲𝗹𝗹 and 𝗂𝗏. Before we move forward, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to our videos and follow us on the social media handles. Today we have, I think, a different episode. I mean, we're not talking about the specific, the usual differential and the watch list players which we have. I think it's important to factor in now the postponed fixtures which are most likely happening in between game week 21 and 22. So I think it's time that we start planning our transfers accordingly, and I thought like we can actually discuss about the teams who have some favorable fixtures in the next five six matches. So without any further delays, let's start. I think with the first team we have. I think the first one we have over here is Manchester United. I think looking at the fixtures, they have Newcastle, Burnley, Wolves, and Aston Villa and West Ham, and the postponed fixtures. I think one of them is Brentford for United, and I believe
Brighton.
And the other one is Brighton. Yeah. So and both will be played between game week 21 and 22. So looking at their fixtures, I think.
Sorry to interrupt there, but is it confirmed yet that the fixtures will be played?
It's most likely confirmed because FA has for the FA Cup, the Footballer Federation has actually ruled out the replays for the third and fourth round matches. So they'll likely be rescheduling the fixtures.
In those game weeks, but it's not confirmed yet. Yeah, but we're predicting that's when it's going to happen.
That's I think the most likely scenario right now. And yeah, I think so talking about United players, I think we have the usual players which we always talk about. I think you have Ronaldo, you have Greenwood, Sancho, Fernandes. But I think in looking at the in terms of defense, I think you can also target maybe De Gea is a goalkeeper if you want. I think David De Gea is also actually a great option for United. For United, I think they have been having they've started to rack up some good points, and I think in terms of defense also Alex Telles and I think Alex Telles looks like the one of the most better options out there for United. I think he's usually I've seen him involved. Sorry,
Diogo
Dalot.
Yeah, Diogo Dalot is also another player. I mean, you can actually include every United player in this list. I think I would not include Greenwood. I don't know if he's a regular starter as of now, but I think whenever he comes on as a substitute, he looks very threatening as well. So there are chances, and the amount of fixture congestion is there. I think Greenwood would be starting in at least a couple of games.
But let me ask 𝗂𝗏 first. Do you think Man United is a top 6 side or still no?
Still, we haven't seen their games in past, like 2-3 games have been cancelled for them. 2 games we have not seen them playing. Definitely the last one that they played against, I think it was Norwich, and that too I remember it was your words only that they did not play well. So I will still not say that it is a top 6 team yet.
Yeah,
things can turn at any point, but until now, no, they are not a top 6 team. Even though they have the easy run of fixtures, I think it's just West Ham, just West Ham, which they have one of the difficult fixtures. But apart from that, based on the form they are in, I don't think they will be in top 6 also at this point.
Yeah. Abhishek is asking how about Dalot over Telles? I guess it's a good option, to be very honest. I think both of them, the way United's going to play is pretty much very attacking, and both of them have good deliveries inside the box. Better than, I would say better than Luke Shaw and Wan-Bissaka for sure. Wan-Bissaka does not have a really good delivery. Dalot can definitely, give you a lot of points again. Dalot, I think, is 4.4, I think, at the moment. So he's obviously a cheaper option over Telles. From what I've seen in the last couple of games against Crystal Palace and Norwich, I think he definitely can provide some assists, and we all know who is in the box who will jump the highest and score the header. But he can definitely give you some points, Abhishek.
Yeah, I think like we've already said. I mean, these are the marquee players for United to look out for. I think I think people anyway right now favor Ronaldo in their teams right now. I think looking at the fixture list, I think Ronaldo's value, which had dropped to 12.4, is now again back to 12.5. So you can see it. I think his ownership is anyway increasing. So I think if you want to capitalize, I think the next two game weeks are the next two matches definitely are in favor for United, and I think Ronaldo, who is one of the rested players, who is going to be very fresh for the upcoming game. I think it would be interesting to see him in those matches.
Yeah, the match he made his debut for United, so he comes back again. Maybe he scores another couple of goals. Okay, let's move on.
Yeah, next team is West Ham. West Ham United. You guys must be surprised about 𝗕𝗲𝗓 not being there, but yeah, he's not been doing really well. He's not been doing. Sorry, he's not been doing well in the recent games, and it is like 𝗟𝗔𝗧𝗘 and I think Fornals also, who has been doing better than him for
Yeah.
West Ham at this point. So 𝗟𝗧𝗘 was definitely a no-brainer for us to have at this point, because he is in a very good form for West Ham. He has constantly assisted or scored in past 5 to 6 games, if I remember correctly. XG, you can see it's like astoundingly very high. 5, I've not seen any player. XG of 5 we have not seen for any player, I think, since we have started doing this podcast, FPL podcast. Assist also 2.31, very impressive. 𝗕𝗲𝗓𝗏𝗓𝗏, first I'll talk about 𝗕𝗲𝗓𝗏𝗏. He has not been providing assist and goal, but he still poses a constant threat in front of a goal. But with the capability of, and also with the capability of Bowen, and with the likes of 𝗕𝗏𝗓𝗏 or Fornals, who could be an assister for Antonio, he still stands a chance. So I would personally never rule him out. He can, on his good day, he can definitely score easily 2-3 goals. And plus his XG is 6.09, which I don't think is correct, or is it?
No, it is.
It is 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he gets the chances, just that he's not been converting them
them.
now. Yeah.
Right.
That's
Okay. 6. Yeah. So XG and XA for 𝗕𝗲𝗓𝗏𝗏𝗏, you can see very clearly is very high. And based on the fixtures that West Ham United players do have, Southampton is again an easy fixture. Watford again an easy fixture. Leeds, with respect to defense, I think it would be an easy fixture, because these Leeds have not been scoring goal in open play. They have been getting goals through penalty or that kind of stuff. So I don't think, and plus the towering defense of West Ham United will definitely will definitely help them to overcome any kind of aerial challenges from Leeds United, if there is, which I don't think at this point. But yeah, here comes 𝗕𝗲𝗓𝗏 Masuaku. I think he should at least provide 2, if not 3, 2 clean sheets in the next 5 fixtures, I believe. And the price you see at this point is just 4.4. We should not care about goals and assists for defender, but yeah, for Masuaku, the price is really cheap. This is one of the players that you could have in your team. We all know that every other FPL player would be having at least one defender from Liverpool, one from City, and one from Chelsea. So there you go, you have 3 defenders, and from the 2, you can either have, like on the previous slide, Roel mentioned about Telles or Dalot, let's say, or over here Masuaku, or from Arsenal also you can have a defense. So you can like have a different combination, and just apart from the top 3 teams, you can just pick another one if you want to play a 4 in the back line.
Yeah, but just to add here, like, keep an eye on when Cresswell is coming back, because he's playing at Cresswell's position. So I guess just make sure that he's not coming back very soon. Yeah, but we just put it here just to keep an eye. Like, he's a good option for the next 2 games. I've not heard anything. I did hear, like, an update on Cresswell. I think he started training, but I don't know if he's going to be back to full fitness yet. So So I think for at least the next 2 fixtures, I think he provides a good option. Next up is Aston Villa. I think you can see there's a bunch of players that you can target from Aston Villa. Even though there are a couple of reds at the bottom, but I guess both of those teams we don't really know at the moment like what's going to happen. For sure, United we don't know by the time Villa play them, and Chelsea we all know it's a mess right now. So they can definitely trouble Chelsea in this next game as well. Danny Ings is definitely back. I think he played for some time in the last game as well. So he's a obvious, we all know like what a great fantasy asset Danny Ings has always been in the FPL. So he's when he got injured, he already had like 3 goals and 2 assists. I think he got injured around like sixth or seventh game week. So which is still he still almost providing almost a return every game every game week that he was playing in. And 𝗕𝗃𝗃𝗪 is actually a good option. I actually found out that a lot of people had Brownhill from Burnley. So he's actually a good option. Brownhill, obviously, we know he's not going to provide you any points.
You were one of them also.
Huh? Yeah, I'm including me. Yes.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about it, like making the transfer for Brownhill to Ramsey. And obviously, there's a bunch of games that got cancelled, and I had to just prioritize somewhere else. But he's a good option. Steven Gerrard is preferring him. He's going to play him almost every other game. He's very cheap. He's already provided you 2 goals. So he's a person. He's a player that you should definitely keep an eye on and see if you want to target him. Maybe I wouldn't say maybe for this next week, just because I know we have a lot of things to take care right now in the team itself, just because of the injuries and just because of the COVID things that are happening. So maybe not this week, but definitely the next 2 game weeks, just wanting a punt, Leeds, Brentford definitely presents a good option to have in that. And what do you have to say about Ollie Watkins? I think most number of transferred in player for last week, but then at the end minute, I think he got his fixture got cancelled. So, but I think he's going to provide you points. The way Villa are playing, I think he's going to provide you a lot of points in the next 5 to 6 game weeks. Based on the fixtures that Villa has. And then just talking about a little bit about their defense as well. Martinez, we all know, he's a good shot stopper. Right now, he's not getting that many shots, saves, just because I think Villa defense is actually really good. They're not actually conceding a lot of shots. So Martinez is a good option. He's a little expensive as for for me. Maybe there are other good options like in the range of 5 million where you can target. Maybe David De Gea is one option, and Ramsdale is a good option that you can target. Martinez is probably but if you have the money in your bank, definitely go for it. And then Matty Cash is definitely one, and you can definitely debate between Matty Cash and Matt Target as well. Both of them are fullbacks for their club, and both of them are going to play pretty much every minute of the game. They play pretty high. They can provide you assists and goals, both of them. I just prefer Cash over Target from the games that I've seen of Aston Villa. But yeah, it's a good run for Aston Villa, and they've been on a good run as well. So it's a good time to invest on Aston Villa assets.
Yeah, I think next up is Spurs. I mean, obviously, I think a lot of people have already seen the game between Liverpool and Spurs, and I think it's actually showing the Antonio Conte's work rate is actually, and the work ethic which he's trying to, and the mentality he's trying to bring into the team. So his tactics, I think, for most of the match actually worked. It's just that I think Kane, who is low on confidence, and Dele Alli, who's actually not having a great season either, actually were not able to capitalize on those chances. I think it was a match which should have been in favor of Spurs. And I think Liverpool should have lost that game, but I'm not going to give a analysis on that match. I think Spurs, looking at their players, I mean, you all know Son and Kane, what kind of what their reputation is in the team. So I'm not going to not going to mention anything related to them because there's actually, I think those their stats and their stature in the club actually speaks for itself. 𝗕𝗲𝗪 also is actually, now that we see that Spurs actually will have more capabilities of bringing in clean sheets. I think you can have him in the team now. If you have if you have the 5.5, if you're looking to replace, let's say, Mendy at this stage, because we all know Chelsea is not keeping any clean sheets at this stage. Chelsea, who have a lot of positive COVID players right now. So in terms of, I think, clean sheets, I think Chelsea will definitely struggle. So if you want to replace him with the Spurs keeper, I think it would be a great option. Looking at Sergio Reguilón, again, we all know what kind of a player he is. He has been having a great. He's starting to deliver again and again. I mean, last season was also great for him. And now I think he is back from the injury as well. I think he was injured in the last game against Liverpool, but I think he'll be available in this game week against Crystal Palace.
He played actually. He came on as a sub.
He came on the bench, so he was playing.
Yeah. So again, so I think, yeah, he'll definitely be starting those games, and I think as a fullback, we all know he has a greater chance for giving the assist. And I think with Kane finally scoring a goal against Liverpool, I think I'm actually hoping that he actually gets back his shooting boots and actually starts scoring on a regular basis now. So that actually Ronaldo will have some competition in FPL at least. So he'll actually see some sort of competition between who the premium striker has to be in the team. And another great defender which we have is Ben Davies. He's another great fullback for Spurs. He did have a great match a couple of weeks ago against Brentford, it was, I believe. So I think in which he provided 2 assists. I think it was a great match for him. So Ben Davies is another option. So yeah, those are the Spurs players. I think we'd also like to mention that looking at fixtures for Everton, they do have a lot of favorable fixtures. The only reason we are not actually discussing them in depth right now is because we all know what Rafa Benitez has actually been doing at the Toffee Park right now. He's not having a great outing yet. I mean, the players are not performing, but with Doucouré coming back, I would believe that. I think of all the players, I think from Everton, I think Doucouré and Gray might be the 2 players which you might want to just keep an eye out for if you want to. But other than that, I don't think
managing
right now.
He's managing for Everton but playing for Liverpool. That's what he's doing.
So yeah, I mean, just keep an eye out for those 2 players, and hopefully Everton actually starts to turn around their luck and starts performing much better, so that we also have some budget players options available to us who are performing well.
Do you guys know when is DCL back? Or
no, there's no date of return for him yet.
Not yet.
And plus, one more thing, I think just want to mention, since we are talking about Everton here, Rafa Benitez has been favoring Mason Holgate in the left back position. Despite having Lucas Digne on the bench, like Lucas Digne in the team, sorry. So he, even though he's a premium defender, one of the premium defenders for Everton, he's still sitting on the bench. So if you want to get Mason Holgate in your team, I think he's at a Miyagi of 4.5 or something around that. Not expensive than 5. That is for sure. So you can, since you guys have mentioned that they have an easy fixture, that is also one pair if you just want to have not as a regular starting 11 for your team, but just as a sub.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Sorry.
So
you were saying.
no. So I mean, those are the teams which we have, which I think have a great fixture list coming up. I mean, and so yeah, do keep an eye out for these players. Thank you guys, Rishabh and Saurabh, for joining in. To all the viewers, do let us know in the comment section if you think any other players are much better suited for the game weeks coming ahead.
We
have one question over here. Sanchez, who is Davinson Sanchez, who's 4.5. I think he's from Spurs. I believe the lad has been giving long balls and had a great game against LFC. So yeah, I think again Sanchez, who I think he's a centre back, and the only reason you don't prefer having centre backs in the team is that they usually, even though they'll have a great match, but in terms of FPL, they usually won't be giving you a lot of points other than the clean sheet.
I mean,
so I think it's always
even if you have to go for a centre back in Spurs, I mean, we've already talked about him, but I think more preferable option would be Ben Davies. I think he's been really good. He's been playing in the penalty areas a lot. So I think he's a great option. In the last 2 games that he's played, I think he's already had 2 assists. One you can call like a fantasy assist, but it's still an assist. That's what we're here for, right? Fantasy assists.
Yeah.
So there you have it, guys. Do let us know in the comment section if you have any other questions. Thank you for joining in. Do stay tuned for our upcoming videos, and the road to 300 still continues. So keep hitting the subscribe button. Do remember to like, share the videos as well, and you can follow us on social media handles, for which you can find the links in the descriptions below. So thank you guys, and see you later.